Hi, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your washer's flood hose gasket. The reason why you would have to do this is because the gasket is leaking, causing water to go onto the floor. For this repair, we'll be using a putty knife, a razor knife, a 1/4 inch nut driver, a 5/16 inch nut driver, a pair of channel locks, and some zip ties. Warning: before doing any repairs, please disconnect your power source. So this is the washer we're going to be using for this repair. It's a GE. Keep in mind, yours at home might be a little bit different than what we have here, but the same techniques should still apply. So you're going to want to make sure your water is turned off. So now what we have to do is turn our washer around to get to the back of this panel. Now I need to remove these two hoses from the water inlet valve. And once I've got it loose enough, I can undo it the rest of the way by hand. Loosening up with our channel locks, and then take it off the rest of the way by hand once it's loose. I want to use my trusty putty knife. I want to push in on the tab right here and pull this panel out. I want to keep it out just so it doesn't snap back into place. Push in over here, and now the whole panel pops off. So we can set that off to the side. And the next thing that I have to do is I want to open up the lid. I've got to get the lid switch out. So I want to lift up on here, and now I want to push on this tab on here for the switch. And now that it's loose, we can just pull it back through and then set the entire top part of the lid off to the side. Now we're going to have to go to the back, and I'll just turn this slightly here. And what I have to do is take off the 3 screws that are on the top of this, holding the front panel on. Now that we've got those screws off, I can remove the front panel. Now I'm going to remove the hose here, and I want to just feed that through this hole so it's out of the way. And the next part I'm going to be removing is this large plate underneath here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the screws first, and then hopefully we'll be able to just lift it up and set it off to the side so it will be out of our way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this clip holding the wire in here, and all it is a tab right there that you have to push in and then just pull it out. I want to take out this one as well, and that gives us a bit of slack to play with, and then we can remove this and just set it off to the side. The next thing I need to do is I need to remove all of the screws holding on the dampening straps so I can remove this lid. After I've got the screw off, I'll also pull off the strap. There we go. Now that we've got all those off, there are tabs all along the outer edge, so I want to undo all those now. So all I'm going to do is just use my fingers to pull the tab out and pull it slightly up so it doesn't lock in place again. And I'll be doing the same thing with all these tabs. So here's the flood hose gasket. So you can see it's all held together with this zip tie here, which I'm going to have to remove. So I'm just pulling it off a little bit out of the way. Now that it's out of the way, I want to use my razor knife and cut it off. There we go. We can remove the hose here. Set that down and pull the gasket out. Now you can grab your new OEM replacement flood hose gasket. If you don't have one already, you can find one on our online store. So now we'll put the gasket in place. Keep in mind that there's a little bit of a notch here and a notch on this side. So we'll line up those two little spots there and there. So we'll make sure that this lines up on that outer tub. And we'll push it through. Make sure it's all the way through. Just like that. And this cap came off, so I'm just going to put that back on too. All we got to do is just pop that back on. And we're good to go. And I'm going to hold on to this gasket while I put the flood hose inside of it. And I'll just twist it a little bit, get it in place. And I'll get my zip tie and tighten it down. And I've got the zip tie. I'll feed that around. And then we'll tighten it as much as we can. So that's nice and tight in there now. Now we're going to put our outer tub ring back on. And we're just going to line up everything as it was before. And if you take a look back at the video, you just want to make sure things like this are where they were originally. So this is in the front left corner. And before we snap everything back down, you just want to make sure that all your tabs are on the outside of the tub. And then we can work our way around the tub. Just going to push that tab down, lock it in place. Okay, so now those are all locked into place and the outer tub ring is secure. So now we can start putting our dampening straps back on. So I'll just put those all into place real quick first. And now I can screw them back down. I want to get the entire control panel that we put off to the side, and I'm going to put that back into place now. And I'm going to make sure I put our water inlet valves back into their slot. And once we've got all of our holes lined up, we can start screwing everything back down. Now, because when we were putting this off to the side, this got unplugged, just going to make sure that's plugged in. And just double check and make sure any other wires that you have didn't come apart when you moved everything off. Everything looks good here. Now we have to put our air hose down through here. Feed it up through that hole. And reattach that to our pressure switch. Okay. Now we can put the control panel back on up here. I'm just going to reattach these clips on the side here. And all I have to do is just push them through. So just make sure your holes line up again and screw everything in. Now we'll turn it back around and put everything on the front side. So now I'm going to get the top of the washer, and I'm going to set that into place real quick. Open up our lid. So we're just going to go up here, and then make sure that this little tab goes underneath and click it in place. Now you can close the door and make sure this goes underneath that lip. Line everything up and put it in place. Now I'm going to put the front panel back on. I'm going to make sure I line up those tabs on the bottom with the slots on the panel, and then once they're lined up, just have to close it up. And now I'm just going to make sure it's snapped on into place. Now I'm going to reattach the water hoses. Make sure you've got your cold and your hot in the right spots. Once you've got that tightened as far as you can by hand, use your channel locks again. Get it tightened the rest of the way. There we go. Slowly turn your water on just to make sure there's no leak, and your repair is complete. Finally, don't forget to plug in your appliance. If you need to replace any parts for your appliances, you can find an OEM replacement part on our website, PCApplianceRepair.com. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and share our video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us make more videos just like these for you to watch for free.